Okay, everybody, so I am back for my next video. And if you watched my previous video, you've seen how I transformed this lye solution. Well, actually, if you were watching my previous video, you saw how I skinned two olive leaves and saved the aloe gel, made them into a slurry, put some to freeze, and this is the rest that I made. Look how pink that is. That's very interesting. So my lye solution is now cooled down. I have my master batch of oils. So it's time to start making soap. And this soap is going to be a licorice root and white willow bark soap. Exciting! I am so excited. So excited. All right, so I think I have everything I need. I'm going to weigh out my licorice root and my white willow bark. Put that off to the side. And now I am going to weigh out my white willow bark. Here we go. And of course, lastly, my colloidal oatmeal I am going to weigh out, because I always have to have my colloidal oatmeal in my soaps. It is too moisturizing. I have experienced too much of the benefits of it being in my soaps. Actually, I'm going to put some of that back. I am doing this formulation for the first time, and I don't want to overload it with, too many botanicals, because that makes your soaps kind of feel rocky after using them for a while. And I want to avoid that. But we're still in the experiment phase, but I am very excited. This lye solution, like, that makes me want to use the soap even more. All right, so let me weigh out my oils. Oh, actually, let me do my fragrance. So today's fragrance is going to be sea salt and lily. I think, yeah, sea salt and lily from Brambleberry. I'm going to add a little bit of tapioca starch to help with anchoring my fragrance. And tapioca starch has a lot of benefits for cold process soap making. You should look that up, Google it. You can cook with it. You can make soap with it. You can make different lotions and creams with it. Tapioca starch is a wonderful product to have. And so, all right, I need my other scale because it's more sensitive. I want 12 grams of this. This is a small recipe, about 20 ounces. And I've already used this soap, this fragrance in soap, and it's good to go. I trust it, and it smells great. All right, that's good. Make sure when you buying your fragrances for your cosmetics or soap making that you find out if they are suitable for what you need them for. Because they're not all made the same and they don't all react the same way to heat or other types of conditions. All right, so that's way out. Let me get a spatula or something. All right, I have some tools with me this time. So with my oils, it's going to be 13.3 ounces, and master batching is such a time saver. You guys, you should master batch your soaps. It is such a time saver. And I'm using the same recipe that I do in my classes for soap making. So if you're in the Delaware, Philadelphia, Jersey area and you want to learn how to make soap, hit me up on Eventbrite. Follow me on Eventbrite, actually. And follow me on my Facebook and Instagram. I post it all on my social media. And if you like this video so far, hit that like button and subscribe. All right. A little tiny bit over, but it's okay. For my lye, I want to weigh out 5.7 ounces. So here's my lye solution. Let me take the temperature. Still feels a little warm. All right, 96 degrees, 95 degrees, good to go. So this is 5.7 ounces. I want to run down my spatula because the lye will splash. It is very heavy when you're pouring it, so if it's like a long drop, it will splash. Almost, there we go. And this I am actually going to put into another container and save for later. I bought these containers off of Amazon. They are polypropylene, chemically treated, good for storing acids and bases. So I like to store my lye in containers like this, and it will hold for a very long time. And I do not put it in the refrigerator or anywhere, nowhere hot. I keep it in my basement in another plastic container that is polypropylene. And so I will label that. Well, it's already labeled lye, but I will label the date and cucumber. I mean, not cucumber. I will, let me say that again. So this is already labeled, but then I will put the date on it and just add that I have straight aloe from the aloe plant. So now it's just the mixing part. Let's get to the funness of it all. And I am going to be putting these in my heart molds. They are so cute. Valentine's Day is about to be around the corner. It's in like a month, 5 weeks or so. And so yeah, first I'm going to add my fragrance. And I'm not adding these things in a specific order for any specific reason. It's just this is what I choose to add first at this time. And I will be stick blending all of my additives in before I add my lye. So add in my licorice root powder. My white willow bark powder. And there's so many benefits to white willow bark. It contains, what is it, salicylic acid or something like that, which helps with, exfoliation of the skin and helping the skin stay clear, and as well as like kind of like melting those impurities in your skin and helping them to release so that your skin can detoxify and become more balanced. It is an awesome thing to put into your soaps, as well as you can incorporate it into your diet and get that, that benefit from that acid from your diet. So I think I want to put in a color. So I'm gonna put in this coral from Brambleberry color, and I'm gonna do it now. It should help with the pinkness as well, I think, with my lye solution. And I'm not going to use a lot. That is good enough. So I'm going to just stir that in as well. And I will be blending this as well. My blender. I had to clean my blender head off because it still had chunks of aloe from when I blended the aloe that I cut up and used for my lye solution. But now that the skin, I'm not sure if you watched the previous video, please watch the previous video. I am drying the skin and I'm going to use that to make an aloe powder that I can also incorporate into my soaps as well as into our food and use it in my meals. So that is also exciting for getting those benefits and consuming them. So let's blend this. Make sure all the sides are incorporated. Look at that color. Let's see what it's going to look like with the lye added. This smells so good. Smells amazing. So when making soap, you don't have to make sure it gets the trace. As a beginner, I would suggest you make sure because you'll learn as you go. But I just want this to be emulsified. I probably am blending it a bit too much with the stick blender. But it kind of turned orange. Well, I guess it would because of the coral color. But I wonder what color it's going to be when it dries. All right, let's get this into the mold. I'm going to fill them partially so I can get all of them filled with soap and then see how I can even them out. This soap smells so good. And finally, I'm doing a Valentine's Day soap before Valentine's Day. It rushes up on you so fast after New Year's. It's just like, wow, it's already Valentine's Day? Already? There's my spatula. Scrape down these sides, work these sides down. I hope everybody had a great New Year's. I am so excited about 2026 and all that is coming for basically soap and me and my family. I feel great. I feel inspired. You know how you feel like, oh, things is just, you don't know how things are going to work out. And then it's just like, you know what? Just keep moving. You made it this far. And ain't no nothing stopped you yet. Like, keep moving. Keep moving. I got you. And when I say I got you, I mean God. He got me. He carries me. He holds my hand and he comforts me. And I didn't mean to sound like a Bible verse, but it's true. So here is my soaps.